السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته family friends oo idin salaamay iyo warmasiitiin xaaladdiin caafimaadkiina waqti horema maalin wanaagsan jimco wanaagsan insha Allah jimcadan jimcadeed bashbash barwaaqo caafimaadtaan maxamed dheer cibaada suuban ilaahan ugu geersiyo waa idin salaamay another thing family friends maxaa lahay waxaan furtay youtube aan furtay alayga warhaayo youtube kaygan waxaa ku qoran Ismaaciil Wadani official ala soo booqdo insha Allah subscribe-ka like-ka comment-ga xaqiino insha Allah waa idin salaama sabrintiin meel walba adduunka joogtiin farxad igu noolaada happy Friday happy weekend insha Allah have a great night insha Allah waa idin salaamaya assalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatuh hala hilmaamin youtube-ka subscribe like comment idin kale meel dheer hala gaarsiiyo youtube-ka ta xiris level micna subscribe dhahen laakiin idinkaan laga rabaa in meel dheer la gaarsiiyo insha Allah waa idin salaamay assalaamu calaykum small ita mall loo socdaa ita mall insha Allah ita mall idin soo dhuwa daawasho wacan mallka ita kuskus laakiin meesha Soomaalida ma ahan meesha Soomaalida maalin kala idin soo dhuwa insha Allah ila socda subscribe-ka like-ta comment-ga xaqiino ani la arko family friends idin salaam alaykum daawasho wacan.
Have you ever sat in silence, staring at the ceiling, wondering when life will get easier? Maybe you've cried quietly so no one could hear, telling yourself to be strong, but deep down you were tired of waiting, tired of pretending, tired of always being the one who holds it together. You try to smile, you try to stay patient, but it's heavy, and sometimes you wonder, does anyone see how hard it is? Does anyone truly understand the storms inside your heart? There are moments in life when the weight feels unbearable. A dream that never came true, a person you gave your heart to who walked away, plans you built with love only to watch them fall apart. And sometimes the hardest part is when you feel distant from Allah, like you've been praying and trying but nothing is changing. You whisper your dua late at night, hoping it reaches the heavens, but all you hear is silence. And you begin to ask yourself, is something wrong with me? Has Allah forgotten me? But my dear brother, my dear sister, no, you are not forgotten, you are not invisible, you are not left behind. What you're feeling is not a punishment, it's a process. Allah is closer to you than anyone else ever could be. Even in the moments when your heart aches and no one understands, He does. He sees every tear, He hears every whisper, He knows every fear you hide behind your smile. You don't have to carry this pain alone anymore. You don't have to figure everything out. You just have to remember this. Leave it in Allah's hands. Because when you try to control everything, it breaks you. But when you let go and trust Allah, it heals you. This world was never meant to be perfect, and neither are we. Sometimes things won't make sense. Sometimes people will hurt you. Sometimes life will break your heart. But that's not the end of your story. That's just the moment where you fall into suhood, where you surrender, where you say, Ya Allah, I don't know what's next, but I trust you to carry me through it. So if you're hurting right now, if you're lost, confused, or tired of trying, stay with me. I want to take you on a journey, not just through words, but through hope, through healing, through a reminder that Allah's plan is always better than yours, even when it feels delayed. What is written for you will find you, and what is written for you, you are exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. Just breathe, just hold on, and trust that Allah will work it out. Sometimes the hardest part of life isn't the struggle itself, it's the feeling that you're alone in it. You look around and everyone else seems to be moving forward, they're smiling, succeeding, living the life you keep praying for. And you wonder, why not me? You try to stay grateful, but deep down your heart aches for something more, something different. Maybe it's peace, maybe it's love, maybe it's just a break from the pain that keeps coming in waves, even when no one else sees it. We all go through moments where we question our worth. Maybe you failed at something you worked hard for, an exam, a job, a relationship. Maybe you feel like you're constantly giving but never receiving. You show up for others, but when you're struggling, no one shows up for you. Or maybe it's that heavy, empty feeling that creeps in during the quiet hours of the night. That feeling of being distant from Allah. You want to feel connected, but you just don't know how to find your way back. Let me tell you something that's not said enough. Your pain is not a sign that Allah is displeased with you. Your heartbreak is not proof that you've done something wrong. Sometimes we go through hardship not because we're being punished, but because we're being prepared. What you're carrying right now, the sadness, the confusion, the uncertainty, it's not the end of your story. It's the part where Allah is shaping your soul. It's the part where your faith grows in silence, where your patience is polished through tears, and where your trust in Allah is strengthened even when life feels out of control. Trusting Allah doesn't mean you'll never feel anxious. It doesn't mean you'll never cry again. It means that deep inside your chest, there's a quiet peace that whispers, I don't understand this, but I believe there's wisdom in it. And that kind of trust, it's not easy, it's not instant, it's something you build day by day, moment by moment. You build it when you pray, even while you're crying. When you hold on to hope, even after a door closes. When you keep making dua, even though it hasn't been answered yet. Sometimes what breaks us is not the pain itself, but our need to control everything. We want to know the outcome before we take the first step. We want guarantees before we trust. But life doesn't work that way, and neither does faith. Faith is trusting the unseen. Faith is walking through the dark with your hand in Allah's hand, even when you can't see the road ahead. It's knowing that even when life feels out of order, Allah's plan is still perfect. So take a deep breath. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to pretend to be okay. All you have to do is turn to Allah, just as you are, with your doubts, your fears, your tired heart. Speak to Him like a friend. Cry to Him like a child who's been hurt. He's not distant, He's not angry. He's waiting for you to let go of everything weighing you down and finally place it in His care. Let me take you to the story of a young boy who was betrayed by the very people who were supposed to protect him. A boy with a pure heart, a beautiful soul, and a dream that felt too big to understand. His name was Yusuf. He didn't ask for trouble, he didn't hurt anyone, yet he was thrown into the darkness of a well by his own brothers. Not strangers, not enemies, but family. Can you imagine the heartbreak, the confusion, the feeling of, why would the people I love do this to me?